A bit unbelievable. This is the Gringo Scott, your good old movie buddy. This movie is the first of a series of horror flicks I hope to make. There'll be a playlist at the end of this video at some point. I don't know if it'll be at first here or not. This is going to be from a Wes Craven classic, a 1984 classic. Can you guys guess who it is? That's right. Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. Let's check it out. Wes Craven's classic slasher film. Several Midwestern teenagers fall prey to Freddy Krueger, a disfigured midnight mangler who preys on the teenagers in their dreams, which in turn kills them in reality. After investigating the phenomenon, Nancy, played by Heather Langenkamp,
I say that, I don't know, maybe it's German,
must stop Freddy, a child murderer now turned an evil dream creature, as he picks off each of her friends one by one. So she's our protagonist. She's like, hey, quit killing my friends. And that's basically the theme on that one. On this one, you didn't think I could find a deeper meaning on a slasher movie like this, but I did. Nancy, the main character, appears to be screwed in a lot of ways because what are you going to do? The Smith-Little evil creature is going to kill you. And have a good time doing it. Well, thank goodness, as we all know, Freddy needs to weaken you in order to kill you. He can't just kill you the first night he enters your dreams. He's got to get you afraid and get you tired and having trouble functioning. And then it gets you. So Nancy, as a clever little gal, she says, so I have two choices. I can learn how to survive and become a dragon slayer, or I can be a victim and flap around and scream and ask for help when no one can help me and die how Freddy wants me to die, and he can have a blast killing me because I'm so victim-y and screamy and stuff. She learns to fight, she learns to survive. That's the choice. I mean, she might die anyways. At least you try. It's better to try than not try at all, because not try you for sure won't win. So one gives you something to do. Enjoy the process of learning to survive. Maybe you'll die, but hey, at least you went out fighting. That's the big thing in this one that I think I learned from that one. You know, you just gotta, even when things seem insurmountable, have faith, just try your best, figure out what you can do in the situation. That's what I learned from this one. My overall opinion of this movie, the bad. A bit unbelievable. Obviously, it's a bit unbelievable. However, I'm referring to the following issues that pulled me away from the movie. The beginning of the movie, there's a scene where they're outside of the school, the teenagers. One can only assume maybe they had some sound issues or something, so they said, let's get back into the recording studio, guys, and record your dialogue over that, and we'll just dub it on to you guys while you talk. And it sounded so bad. It sounded like it wasn't them, like their voices were dubbed over or something, like a Chinese movie dubbed in English, poorly dubbed. That really pulled away from it. It just seemed fake. Another example, the main character, she's very good at running around screaming and be like, ah! But she's not too terribly good of actress. Her acting is rather flat. You have to overlook that because I'm thinking she just seems so lame. They're trying to give her like an emotional dialogue, and she's clearly not able to, for whatever reason, obtain this emotional dialogue. So when she does, you're thinking, oh, that's right, this is a movie, they're acting. The last thing I would have liked to see more of, but I think I understand because it probably had a low budget, so they couldn't do it, and that would take higher budgets. This one, the battles with Freddy were very limited. They didn't spend that much time in the dream world. But I think that might have been a budget issue more than anything else. I would have liked to see more fights with Freddy. The good. Fun movie, easy plot to follow. Sometimes I like to just follow an easy movie that's not super hard to say, these are the rules, this is what's happening, this is what this character has to do. You're like, oh good. I can sit back and just relax. I don't have to think too much about this. That's what I like sometimes, guys. Wes Craven, for me, has always been known as someone who can make somewhat cheesy effects, but they're practical effects a lot of times, so I appreciate that. I think that's kind of cool, because I'm like, practical effects don't get outdated per se. Cheesy may look cheesy, but it always looks like a practical effect, and you get it, and I appreciate it for that reason. So I really appreciate that. Even though this movie's back in 1984, it still really held well together as far as that. Like a lot of these movies made with the practical effects, I'm like, hey, that still looks pretty good, considering it still looks the same as I remembered. It doesn't look that cheesy. Looks like how it does. In fact, the CGI can look like, ooh, that's horrible. You know, one last thing. I do remember watching these movies as a kid. I'm sure I wasn't supposed to watch these movies, but I snuck them in. I'd see them from time to time. Maybe they're on cable at my mom's friend's house or something. I'm sure I wasn't really supposed to watch it, but mom's busy talking with her girlfriend, and I'm like in there going, oh, dude, Freddy Krueger, he, and watching those. And I've had good memories with that. And this didn't disappoint. I really enjoyed the movie, and I look forward to seeing the other movies with you guys. So before I give my overall opinion of this movie, please remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment, guys. Without further ado, I'm going to give the 1984 classic Nightmare on Elm Street a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Peace! Yeah, boy.